Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about 10 habits of frugal people. Let's get started and talk about it. Some of these I do, some of these I don't do, and some of these are kind of yes and no, and I want to find out from you. So I'm going to also give you my opinion from my own life experience. I know we're all different. That's why we call it personal finance. Let's start with number one. First one, scratch cooking or making things from scratch. We've heard that one before. Many times frugal people, they don't do a lot of convenience food, processed food, or buying things that are already pre-chopped, pre-peeled. So for scratch cooking, I would say for the most part, yes, but I do also buy some snacks that are pre-made, such as cookies, and I know some of you have gotten on me for eating junk food and buying that for the family, and I cannot lie, I do. So I would say for scratch cooking, I'm going to say a lot, yes, and I've improved, but I will say yes and no for that one for me. Number two, little waste. It could be food or anything else. Basically, getting the best value for everything you have in the house. I'm not going to say I 100% do that, but I'm going to say I've made great strides and great improvement on that, and I'm really working on using everything I have in the house. So I'm going to say mostly yes for number two. Number three, buy used items. I'm going to have to say yes and no. And this, I could do a whole video on this. I think buying used items in many cases is good, but I actually have found that in some cases, I don't see a big price difference between a used item and a new item. Sometimes we've purchased refurbished items and have gotten some great deals, but certain things I don't want to buy used. For example, electronics, because I work from home, I like to get warranties and all that on all of my electronics and make sure I get a good one, since I have to make sure to have something that is reliable. But some used items like clothes and things, I have gotten some good deals over the years. So I'm going to say yes and no, because not everything can you get a better deal buying used. And I'd love for your feedback on that. Number four, before buying new, repair things. I'm going to say yes and no. It depends. For example, I was going to do some repairs on some of my items like my stove. And I looked into researching that and tried to fix it myself. And it was going to cost more for them to come out and repair it than it would be to buy a new stove. So it depends on the item. But if you can repair it and extend the life, I am all for that. So I'll say yes for the most part. Number five, mostly be a homebody. Don't feel like you're always out and about going out to eat and spending a lot on entertainment and shopping. And I'm going to say, especially since 2020, I'm definitely a homebody, but I do enjoy socializing too. Number six, and I actually added this one myself, read quite often and educate yourself. I definitely do that. In other words, do a lot of research and learn ways to save money, extend lives of items, and do a lot of research before purchasing things. I'm putting all of that together along with the reading. And I think that that is probably one of the best frugal habits. In other words, no doing any type of impulse decisions, because that's where we can make mistakes. In other words, do your research, read, and educate yourself, and network with others. That all kind of goes together. Number seven, and I know some people agree with this, some people don't. I see pros and cons on this one. Don't buy new cars. Well, right now, I can actually get a better deal on a new car than a used car. And actually, Amy Decision from Tighwad Gazette, they always bought new cars. And they drove them, they actually just kept driving them. And actually, that's what our family does. We buy a new car, we have good credit, so most of the time we can get 0% interest. We get a good warranty with it, and we get all the bells and whistles, and we just drive them for years and years and years and years, as many years as we can, until we have to get a new car. So I think there's pros and cons with that one. Number eight, buy in bulk. I think it depends on the item and how big your family is. I think on some items it can save you money. Some you may not end up using at all. If you buy a great big bulk of rice or flour and you don't cook that much, or you don't eat rice that much, or you don't share with people, it depends on the item if your family goes through it to see if buying something in bulk is a good value. Number nine, and I definitely believe in this one, and I actually came up with this. When I do these videos, guys, I do research. Some of it I take from things I read, but some of it is from my own life experience, and I kind of do the marriage of them together so that I make the video my own and I'm not just copying other people's ideas. Okay, so the next one I put down, and I'm a big believer in this, and I definitely do this one. Plan ahead. always thinking ahead of things that could happen so that you're not like, oh no, this bill came up, or oh, this repair came up, I'm not prepared for it. Always planning ahead for the expected and unexpected items. And so that's number 9. Number 10, very little impulse buying because it's not planned, and a lot of times you end up regretting those. And I actually am giving a bonus one, number 11, and many of you have told me this. I used to buy the cheapest of everything, like cheap flip-flops, cheap mattresses, cheap computer, everything cheap. Found out it was not worth it for the most part. On some things you can go cheap. Buy quality. So that is what I have found. Buy quality so that is made to last, and do your research before doing it. I know there's tons more habits of frugal people. If you consider yourself frugal, I'd love to know some of your best frugal habits that you do all the time that save you a lot of money. I sure would love to know that. And what do you think of these frugal habits? Are there some of these you disagree with? I'd love to know from you in the comments below. That's all for now. And before signing off, I just want to say that I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I really enjoy all of your wonderful comments. Thank you, I love you, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.